Good morning, dear students in grade 9, and welcome to our English seminar for today, in which we are going to discuss Unit 2. Well, dear students, dear colleagues, let me first welcome my colleagues who are going to participate in this seminar. Mr. Karim Qassab, good morning. Mr.
Good morning.
And Mr. Mazen Abdul Karim, good morning, Mr. Mazen.
Good morning.
Well, dear students, as you know, in grade 9 in Unit 2, we have only maybe one grammatical skill, which is the auxiliary verbs. As you know, in Unit 2, dear students, there are some auxiliary verbs. They are explained very well in Unit 2, and we have some exercises on them. But let us first try to explain them one by one, how to use them, why we use them, what expression we can give if we use them, etc. And we can do the exercises, of course, as I said. So let's go directly, Mr. Karim, to talk about these auxiliary verbs.
Okay.
The floor is yours, Mr. Karim.
Thank you, Mr. Basil.
We can use the laptop, of course.
Yes. Actually, we have, first of all, we have to talk about the verb, the modal verb, which is could. Could, as you know, dear students, is the past of can. So could expresses ability. When we use could, we express ability, but ability in the past, not now. We use can for to express ability now, but could is used to express ability in the past. Also, we have was able to or were able to. So both could and was able to or were able to actually have the same meaning, but they are different. They are used in different situations. Let me now give you some examples using could and was or were able to. Actually, could, we use could to describe general, a possibility or ability in the past. General, when we talk about, you know, ability or possibility in general in the past, we use could. Example. I could answer all the questions in the test. I could answer. So we have an experience in the past that I could do, that was not difficult for me to do. So I could answer all the questions in the past. Another example in the negative now, I couldn't go to the concert because I didn't have a ticket. So here I couldn't go to the concert. This is also an experience in the past that I couldn't do because of something, because so, I didn't have a
Mr.
ticket.
Karim, so we
Yes.
can say simply that we can use can to express ability in the present.
Yes.
For example,
Yes.
I can drive, I can swim, I can run, I can touch the
speak
ceiling.
English.
Or to
Yes.
express inability. When
In the
we want
negative.
to express inability, we use can't.
Can't,
But
exactly.
if we want to talk about the past
Yes.
now, ability in the past,
We have
we
could.
use could.
In the negative,
Inability in the past,
we have
we
could.
use couldn't.
Exactly.
Simply.
Yes,
Good.
that's right. Now we come to was able to or were able to. So we don't usually use could for something that happened on a particular occasion. It is not in general here. It is particular occasion, particular experience. So in this particular experience, we can't use or we don't usually use could, but we use here was able to or were able to.
Like what?
Here, example, in this case, we use was or were able to. Example, the horse was going too fast. Here we have particular situation. So the horse was going too fast, but in the end, the rider was able to control it.
Good. So the horse was going too fast.
Yes.
But in the end,
Yes.
so there is a problem here.
Yes.
There is
exactly.
something
You have a
happening.
specific situation.
The horse was going too fast.
Yes.
But in the end, the rider was able to control it.
Actually, the meaning of was able, the same as
They
could.
have the same meaning.
Yeah, the same meaning. Exactly.
Couldn't, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Continue.
What else, Mr. Mazen, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Karim.
Yes, we are still talking about was and were able to. The negative form of was, were able to is wasn't and weren't able to. Example, when you want to say that someone was or wasn't in a position to do something. After my father broke his leg, he was not able to drive for 2 months. So it's the same meaning as he could not drive for 2 months. So by the way, we can use couldn't also for the negative, even though it's in one occasion.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are going to talk about must and should. You know, must and should are also auxiliary verbs. We use must to express strong obligation when the obligation comes
Here,
from you.
we have to
Yeah.
start with have to,
Yes?
not must first,
Yeah,
maybe.
Have to?
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Have to is also auxiliary verb which express strong obligation when the obligation comes from someone else. So it's not from you. So
Good.
it's something else, authority. For example, a father from, for
I
example,
mean,
a teacher.
let's have another example.
Yes.
Let's say that the principal at school tells the students that you must, like this one,
You have
this
to wear,
example,
yes.
you must wear
Yes.
a uniform when you come to school, right? He gave the order. He has the authority, right? So when I want to implement or to do what he asked, okay, I have to say, I have to wear a uniform.
Yes.
Or let's say that the teacher tells the students that they must finish the project at the end of the week. So when the students maybe go home, they tell their parents that we have to finish the project at the end of the week. The teacher told us that, okay? So when the teacher is speaking, we use must,
Must.
right?
But when I, yes, report.
When the obligation comes from someone else, we
Yes.
use have to.
Have to.
Yes.
Example, we have to wear uniform to school. I have to finish my project this week.
Good.
Yes.
The last one.
The last one. Now we are going to talk about must and should. As you know, dear students, must and should are auxiliary verbs. We use must to express a strong obligation when the obligation comes from you. Example, I must go home. My mother is waiting for me. We use should to express advice or, yes, mild obligation. Yeah, you know, light obligation, not very strong obligation. You should go and see him soon.
So when you say you should go and see him soon, it's just like I advise you.
Or it's a good
I
idea.
advise you
Yes.
to go and see him, or it is,
A good
or it would
idea.
be a good idea if you
Do this.
do this, right? Thank you, Mr. Mazen. I think everything is clear now.
Yes.
We used, in fact, the same explanation found in Unit 2 in Grade 9. But of course, if we want to talk about the modal auxiliary verbs, dear students, we have a lot of models. We have, let's say, a variety of expressions, variety of meanings, but here we are trying just to focus on the uses mentioned in Unit 2. Of course, can, for example, has other uses or can give other expressions, not only ability or inability.
Also must.
We can use it for
Yes.
request, for
Yes.
example. Can you help me? We can use it to ask for help. Can you help me, please?
Yes.
We can use can to offer help. Can I help you? We can use it for request. Can you open the door? Etc. So the auxiliary verbs, the modal auxiliary verbs, have let's say, a variety, a wide variety of uses or expressions. But here in Unit 2, we are just trying to focus on the uses mentioned in Unit 2 in grade 9. So here, I think, before we go on, we have a call. Shahid, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Shahid?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your
Can
question,
I
please.
ask a question?
Why not? Of course.
On activity book,
What page? Which page?
26.
26. Just a minute, please.
Number 4.
26. Just a minute. I'm looking for the page. It's okay.
Yes.
Page 26. What
It
exercise?
says 4.
Question number 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 4, there is a still.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mazin, please.
Okay. Yes, Shahid. There is still some water in the jug. Do you want some more? Because here I'm expecting, although we have a question, Shahid, I expect the listener to say yes, so I can use. Do you want some, or we can say, do you want any more?
Here we can use the laptop if you like. It is exercise
Exercise 4. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Here, can you see it, Chad?
And
There is
question
still
Some water left
Some water
in the
left.
jug.
Yes.
Do you want some more?
Or do you want any more?
more?
Here, do you want any more?
Well, we
Because it is a question. We can use some more, but maybe, do you want any more? We can use it. Well, it's okay. I think here, Shahid, number 4, there is still, because it is in the affirmative, as Mr. Mazin said, we use some.
Yes.
Okay, Shahid?
Yes.
But here, because we have a question, we know that we use any in the negative form and in questions. So here, we can use any. Do you want any more? Do you want any more? But here, when the speaker feels, if the speaker feels that the listener wants more water, he knows the answer, I mean,
Yes.
and his answer is positive.
Or expecting.
He can expect that he will say, yes, I want some water, more water. You can use some in your question.
Yes.
You can say, do you want some more? Because I know that you want some more.
There is something else, Mr. Bassett. Any is used, sorry, Shahid.
Just a minute, Shahid.
Yeah, any is used when we are asking about the plural. For
Exactly.
example, I say, are there any restaurants in this area?
And
here?
for uncountable nouns
Yes,
also,
of
because
course,
water here is
of
uncountable.
Of course. So here, I mean here, when I say some, it is positive. Because I expect now the person whom I am talking to
Yes, yes.
to say,
we told Shahid,
Yes.
in order not to make her get confused,
Yes.
we can use here, Shahid, we can use some and we can use any in the question. But the
Yes.
first one,
Is-
it is some.
Some here.
Okay? What is your next question, please?
When we say you can stay in the hotel or at the hotel.
We,
Both. You can
when
stay
we
in the
say-
hotel or at the hotel.
at the hotel. It's the
Actually, the
use-
same.
we can use both.
We can use
Shahid.
both of them in
Both of them
a
are
hotel
accepted.
or at a hotel. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Why? Do you know why, Shahid? Do you know why we can use both of them?
why?
If I say, would you please repeat it again? Do you want to stay at a hotel
Or in the hotel.
in the hotel? If I say, do you want to stay in the hotel? Here the speaker and the listener know which hotel, okay? They know the hotel. But when the speaker says, do you want to stay in a hotel? It is not known for both. Here he is asking him about any hotel. It's okay. Do you want to stay in a hotel? The hotel is not known for both the speaker and the listener. It is not definite. Okay?
Thank you.
Shahid is not with us. Okay, okay. Good luck, Shahid. Let's go back directly to page maybe 8, right, Mr. Mazin?
Yes.
Page
Page number 8, yes.
Let's do exercise 1
Yes.
in the activity book about the auxiliary verbs. Here the rubric, as you can see, dear students, complete the text with could or couldn't. So here the student has only two choices, could or couldn't.
Yeah.
Mr. Mazen, please.
Yes, students should know that we use could and couldn't to express ability or inability in the past. Number one summer's evening, the man in the garden of a cafe house, were playing a game. Because it was dark, they had candles on the table so that they could see. They noticed a man looking anxiously for something on the ground. What was wrong, my friend?
What's wrong,
Yes.
my friend?
What's wrong, my friend? Someone asked him, weren't you able to find what you had lost? No, said the man sorrowfully. I lost some money earlier this evening. I looked all over the garden, but, but I couldn't find it. Yes.
Where did you lose it? In the street next door.
Yes. Where did you lose it? In the street next door, but it could still be there. Why are you looking here and not there? Because it was dark there. I couldn't see. Here the student should notice we have anything,
Yes.
which is
Used with the negative.
with the negative form.
I couldn't see
I couldn't
anything.
see anything. Here it is much lighter. The foolish man replied.
It is a nice story, by the way. Before we go on to do exercise maybe two, we have a call. Milia from Tartus. Good morning, Milia.
Good morning.
How are you, Milia?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks for your call. Your question, please.
Page in activity book, page 9.
Sorry?
Page 9.
Yes.
Page
Yes,
9
page
in the
9,
activity book.
activities.
Which exercise?
4.
4.
Exercise 4.
5.
We are going to do it, Milia. Okay, your question, please.
Number 5.
Number 5.
We say you don't have to write the story from your own personal, or you shouldn't.
You don't have to.
You don't have to write the story
Yes.
from your own personal point of view. But if
it's
we
better.
say you shouldn't write the story from your own personal point of view, it means that I am trying to give
Advice.
an advice, a piece of advisory to the listener. It depends on the speaker. It depends on the speaker. If we say you shouldn't write the story from your own personal point of view, it means that here we give advice. If we say you don't have to write the story from your own personal point of view,
You are not obliged.
it's not necessary. You are not obliged
Yes.
to do that.
You have the
So,
choice. You have the choice to do
I
that.
think both can be
Yes.
accepted, but we are going to do the exercise, of course. It depends on the story and on the idea of the story. Let's try to do it, Mr. Mazen, from
Yes.
the very beginning. When you, just a minute, Milia, we will do it.
Okay.
When you write a story,
Okay, when you write a story, you must remember to use the correct punctuation.
here we use must because it is a rule.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2.
Remember, in
Yes.
English,
Remember in English, you must start a sentence with the capital letters.
it is again a rule.
Yes.
And
You mustn't or you shouldn't forget to put a punctuation mark at the end of it. It depends also, but mustn't maybe is better.
Because again, it is a rule. It is prohibited.
Yes.
It is not allowed
Yeah.
to forget
Yes.
or to put a punctuation mark at the end of it. You have to put a punctuation mark. What else?
To
To
make
make your
your
writing-
writing more interesting, you should try to use lots of descriptive words and phrases. Here it is
Advice.
a piece of advice. You don't have to write the story from your own personal point of view.
But because here, but it's better to try to write about something you know about. So here you don't have to.
Yes.
You don't
is
have to.
better than it depends on the context and Milia, on the meaning of the text. Okay. Milia, you know why we let's say went back to the beginning of the story. We tried to do the exercise from the very beginning in order to understand the ideas of the text in order to be able to know which auxiliary verb we can use here. So if the sentence is separated from the text, I told you we can use you don't have to, and we can use you shouldn't. But here in the text, number 5, I think it would be better if we use don't have to. Why? Because we have another clause after it, but it's better to try. Exactly. Because we have this clause, but it's better to try to write about something you know about here. I think the answer is don't have to. Okay?
Okay.
Amelia?
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Yes, there's 21.
Page 21.
Activity book, Amelia?
Activity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Exercise 5.
Exercise 5.
Number 5. We say or buy a car or nothing.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Page 26, right?
21.
Page
21, Mr. Abbas.
Sorry, 21. I'm sorry.
21.
21.
Exercise 5.
Okay.
Number 5.
Okay. We can use the laptop if you like. Thank you.
No much.
Here we are.
Okay. Do it.
Yes, Mr. Mazen. Okay.
So
Exercise 5, right?
exercise 5. I will just quickly, I'm going to tell you about a city called Hama in the west of Syria. It is, a city with lots of beautiful old houses. You can move around the city on your own 2 feet or by car. So number 5, Emilia, is nothing. By car. We after by car, by bus, we don't use definite or indefinite article.
Okay, Amelia?
The last question.
Okay.
There's 26.
26.
6.
Which exercise?
Is 3.
3. What about it?
Number 10.
Number 10.
We say full of the people or full of the people.
Full of people.
Here,
People.
full of
People.
people
Yes.
buying and selling. Why? Because here
General.
we
We
are
don't-
talking about people in general, Amelia.
We don't need.
When we say,
Yes.
Amelia, we use that when we want to, let's say, to be more, let's say, specific, or to talk about some people in specific. For example, when we want to talk in general, we say people in the world, right? Let's say, have to work to earn money, for example. All people, I mean all people, not, let's say, a group of people. But when we say, if I want to talk about the people of my village, the people of my town, I say, the people of my town are so and so. Okay, Amelia?
Yes.
So, when we talk in general, don't use that. For example, if we want to talk about children in general, we say children. We don't use that. We say children cry if they are frightened. Okay?
Yes.
I mean all children. But when we say, if I want to talk about the children of my family, I use that. I say the children of my family are so and so. Okay? So don't use that here before people, because we are talking about people in general. Is it clear? Amelia,
Yes.
do you have another question?
No, thanks.
Okay, we wish you good luck. Thanks for your call. Goodbye. Thank you. Before we go on, dear students, we can go back, of course, to page 9 or 8. Page 8. Before we do the exercise, which is exercise 2, I think, right? I have a question. We have received, in fact, a question. It was in Arabic. Maybe the speaker couldn't speak in English, so I'll try to answer the question. The student asked about the composition in grade 9. He asked us the following question. Will, let's say, the compositions in the final exam, will it be from the book or from outside the book? I can answer him and all the students now, any composition in the final exam will be from the book. Nothing is from outside the course or outside the book. Every composition will be mentioned will be from your book, from Unit 1 till Unit 10. I mean, Unit 11 and Unit 12 are not required from you. Also, we have the text. I mean, when we say Units 11 and 12 are not required, we mean, of course, the texts in these 2 units, the compositions in these 2 units, and maybe the grammatical, let's say, skills or the grammatical rules mentioned in Unit 1, in Unit 11, sorry, and in Unit 12. I hope that everything is clear now. He asked, maybe another student asked another question about the missing words, Mr. Karim. He said, he asked us about the missing words. What kind of words?
Of course, we have the functional words, words related to grammar. For example, we have functional words. We have definite articles, indefinite articles, we have auxiliary verbs. These are the words
like,
required.
For example, definite article the. Indefinite article a or an. It could be because it is a functional word. A connection word, a connecting word.
Exactly.
Because, but, and, so, or, any.
These are called functional words.
An auxiliary verb, maybe.
Tenses. Yes.
Tenses, auxiliary verb.
Auxiliary, for
an
example.
Auxiliary verb.
Yes, exactly.
Because we have a question about tenses.
Yes.
So here it is only about auxiliary verbs.
Auxiliary.
Yes. Okay. We hope it is clear now. Let's do exercise 2. Mr. Karim, please.
Here we have to complete the story with the correct form of was able to or were able to, weren't, wasn't, etc. One day some people were discussing things they were able to do when they were young, and the things they weren't able to do now, that they were old. One of them said, when I was young, I was able to do exactly the same things that I can do now.
The laptop, please.
What do you mean? The others asked. In my garden there is a heavy stone. He said, I tried to lift it many times when I was young, but I couldn't move it. And when I grew old, I still was able to lift it. Nothing has changed.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Karim. Before we go on, we have a call. Ahmad, good morning. Ahmad.
أيوة.
Good morning, Ahmad.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, your question, please.
Page 30, exercise number 1.
In the activity book?
No.
In the student's book?
Yes.
The student's book.
Page 20.
Page 30. Which page, Ahmad?
Exercise number 1.
Which page?
4.
Page 4.
Page 13.
13.
I'm asking you about the page, Ahmad. Okay? Very nice.
Exercise 13. What's about it, Ahmad?
4.
Exercise
Number 1.
number 4 or what?
30.
Which exercise, Ahmad?
Exercise number 1.
Exercise number 1.
4.
Question number 4. Hind is
Hind.
just about to do an exam.
Yes.
This is what you mean? Ahmad,
نعم.
Hind is just about to do an exam. Is it
Yes.
the sentence? Number 4?
Yes.
Okay. Here, look, Mr. Mazen, would you please explain the rubric, what is required from the student to do here in this exercise?
Yes, here in this exercise, Ahmed, you have to choose the feeling for each situation. So each situation, you have to use a feeling that, suit this situation.
Yes.
Example number 4, Hind is just about to do the exam, so she feels nervous.
Nerve.
Okay, Ahmad?
Yes.
So Hind is just about to do an exam. What is the adjective here which we can use, Mr. Mazen?
Nervous.
Again, nervous. Hind is just about to do an exam. Before you do an exam, what do you feel, Ahmad? Anyone, any person, maybe
nervous.
may feel nervous before an exam.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That's it. Thank you very much. Do you have another question?
Yes, I
Okay.
have another question.
What is it?
Page 70.
70
Yes.
in the student's
17.
book?
In student book.
In the student's book. Okay.
17 or 17?
70 or 17? Ahmad,
Yes.
page 17 or 70?
17.
17?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exercise number 3.
Exercise number
17.
Yes.
Okay. Exercise
So here,
number 3.
it depends on the text here.
Yes.
He has to read the text
What's
here.
the question, Ahmed?
Which exercise?
3.
One. How long have newspaper exist?
Existed.
Okay.
Where is it?
Mr.
In exercise 1?
Three.
Why
Exercise
do
is three.
Three. How long have
Yes.
newspapers existed?
Yes.
Okay. Here you have to read the article.
Yes, it is
Ahmad,
written in the
How
article.
long have
How long have newspapers existed? Found. You know, if we go back, Ahmad, to the article, we know that the first newspaper, as it is mentioned in the article, in the text, they say newspapers contain news, information, and advertising and are printed on low-cost paper. It's okay. They can be daily or weekly. Now, newspapers began about 500 years ago. This is the answer. Okay?
So you say here, they have existed for 500 years.
Because they began to appear, or
Exactly.
okay, they began in
They
appearance
started 500
year.
years ago,
Yes.
and they are
We-
still going on.
Okay, Ahmad,
yes? We take two answers.
what is the second answer? Can you give me?
The newspaper began about 500 years ago and was first published in Australia in 100.
In Austria.
In
1000.
Austria.
In Austria. Here, Ahmad, the
Yes.
question is very clear. The
Yes.
question says, how long have newspapers existed? It means that existed in the world, okay? Not
general.
only in Austria.
Yes, in general.
Okay, in general.
Yes.
So, you know, newspapers began in appearance 500 years ago. That's it. This is the answer. If the question is about Austria, how long have newspapers existed in Austria?
We mentioned.
We can say
We say
in
that.
the year 1703.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So here you have to use the first answer, not this one, because the question is about newspapers in general, not only in Austria. Is it clear, Ahmad?
Yes.
Okay, do you have another question?
No, thank you.
Okay, thanks, my dear. Goodbye. We wish you good luck. Thank you. We can go back now to the activity book, I think.
Yes.
Am I right?
Okay, yes. we have,
Which exercise now? We
think,
can use, we can do maybe
We finished.
exercise 4. We have done exercise
Yes.
4, in fact.
Everything
Maybe
is finished.
we can have
Move to page maybe
13.
13.
page 13,
Yes.
yes. Let's go directly to page 13. Which exercise now?
Actually, here we have, complete the questions and answers. Use the
Okay.
present simple or present continuous.
Okay, let's do exercise 1.
Yes. What do you usually do when you get home from school? Here we have between brackets do. So usually means simple present here. So what do you usually do when you get home from school?
Yes, I usually have something to eat. So because we have usually, we use the present simple and have with the subject I, we, you, they have.
Yes. What university is your brother studying at this year? Here we have study and we have this year. It means that we have a present continuous. So what university is your studying at?
Is your
this
brother
year? Your brother studying at this year?
Yes.
Thank you. Before we go on, we have a call. Yara from Damascus. Good morning, Yara.
Good morning.
How are you, Yara?
I have some questions.
Okay, why not? Your question, please.
In the activity book on page 33,
In the activity book,
yes,
Page
33.
33. Okay.
Question number 6.
33, just a minute, please.
Yes.
33.
Question.
Okay.
Number 6. Sentence number 6.
Yes.
Number 6, which number?
6.
6. The new town, this one? The new town hall?
Yes.
Okay. The new town hall has been built in 3 months. It is opening tomorrow. So let's go back to the rubric of the question. Join the sentences, use who or which. Okay, Yara, can you answer it? We know that we use who for people and we use which for things, right?
Okay.
Okay, here the new town hall has been built in 3 months. It is opening tomorrow. Are we talking here about a human being or about something?
About
Not a
something.
human being.
About something.
So,
Yes. Okay.
which one do you have to use here?
Which?
So, how can you do it?
Which town?
The new town hall.
Which town hall
The new town hall, okay.
was built in 3 months? Is opening tomorrow?
Can
Yara, the new town hall, this is the subject, right?
Okay.
I mean, the sentence tells us information about the new town hall, right? So our topic here is the new town hall, right?
Okay.
The new hall in the town. So it is opening tomorrow. This is, we have another information about the hall, right? So we relate this information to the town hall. So we have to say, we can say, the new town hall, which is opening tomorrow, okay, has been built in 3 months.
or
Or,
you can say
okay,
the new town hall, which has been built in 3 months, is opening tomorrow.
but here, maybe, because we have 2 statements here and they are separated. The first one is clear and the second one is clear. We have 2 information,
Okay.
two kinds of information, right? So
Yeah.
here, the first information, the new town hall has been built in 3 months, and the second one, it is opening tomorrow. I think it would be better if we say the new town hall, which is opening tomorrow,
Has been built.
has been built in 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, Yara?
Okay. I have another question.
What is it?
Number 7.
Sorry?
Number 3.
Sorry? Again, please.
The same page?
Number 7.
Numbers, exercise 7 in the same page?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3. Mr. Mazin, please.
Yes. Here we have to.
Let's go back to the rubric.
Yes. Rewrite the sentences adding the appropriate extra information. So, number 2 or number 3, drinking water comes from the new well. Yes. Which is clean.
Yes, drinking water comes from the new well.
Yes. Which.
We know that drinking water
Yes.
must be clean.
Clean.
So I think the let's say the suitable phrase here, the appropriate information or extra information we can use or we can add here,
Yes.
as Mr. Mazin said, which is clean.
Yes.
So drinking water,
Yes.
which is clean,
Drinking water, which is clean, comes from the new well.
comes from the new well.
Yes.
Okay, Yara,
So this is the
I have
only.
another question.
what is it?
In page 13A.
Page
38.
38. Page 38. Okay.
And question number 6.
Page 38. Question number? Sorry.
6.
Question number?
6.
Number what?
6.
Yes.
Exercise 6, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Rewrite the sentences. Here we are. Rewrite the sentences. Add the extra information in brackets.
Which one?
Which number?
Number 3.
3.
Yes. Also, we have to rewrite and we have to add extra information. I did very well this term. It made my parents proud. I did very well this term, which made my parents proud.
Okay, Yara?
Okay.
I did very well this term.
And this is
Which made me,
Yes.
which made my parents proud,
Proud.
because I am talking here about an action,
Yes.
about something, not
Yes.
about a
People.
human being. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why I have to use which, but not who, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
I have another question about linking words.
About
Linking words.
linking words. Yes, what is it?
Yes. What's the time I have to use linking words in the sentence?
Which time?
What page?
You mean when can I use linking word?
Yes.
Okay. I can simply give you, let's say, a short answer. When you write one sentence, Yara, okay? Let's
Okay.
say Yara lives, where do you live, Yara? In Damascus?
Yes.
Okay, Yara lives in Damascus. This is a simple sentence. We have one clause, right? Yara, subject, lives is the verb. It is one information. Now, if I want to add more information, Yara lives in Damascus, and let's give another information about Yara. She has, let's say, 2 sisters. If I want to join or to connect, we can say Yara lives in Damascus and has 2 sisters. Okay? We
Okay.
can use and. To add information, we use but when we feel that there is a contrast. For example, Yara likes eating chocolate. Do you like eating chocolate?
Yes.
Okay, Yara likes eating chocolate, but her little maybe brother doesn't like it. So here, when we feel that there is a contrast, we use but. We can use when. When Yara got up this morning, she called us in the educational channel, right?
Right.
So it depends on what you want to say. We use the linking words to connect ideas. When you feel that you have more than one idea, 2 ideas, 3 ideas, that's we use the linking words. Okay, Yara?
Okay.
Do you have another question?
No, thank you.
Okay, we wish you good luck. Thank you very much. Goodbye. We have another call, dear colleagues. Adil, good morning. Adil?
Hello?
Good morning, Adil.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your question, please. Where what? Sorry?
Oh. Where the hour of memory come from?
Okay. You are asking me about the words that must be used from your memory. You are asking me about the missing words. Okay? The missing words, Adil, I think we have just answered a similar question.
Yes.
But I can answer you. A missing word could be or must be a functional word. Functional word, what does it mean? It means that it must have a grammatical function in the sentence. Like what? Like the, a, an, I mean the articles. Auxiliary verbs,
Prepositions.
was, is, where, prepositions,
Some
in, on, by,
yes, under,
linking
etc.
words, because, but, or, so, more than, less than, etc. So we have many, who, which, some, any, all these words are considered functional words. But you are asking me maybe from where do you will be, let's say, from where will the sentences be? I mean, in the final exam. This is what you want. You have 2 books, Adil, and you have many statements, many texts. It is a skill. Don't try to learn by memory, by heart, I mean. Don't try to learn by heart these words. Just try to understand why or how we can use them. It will be easier for you. Okay?
Okay.
Adil, don't try to learn by heart the missing words. It is
Okay.
a wrong strategy. Just
Yes.
understand
Question
how
2.
we can use them. Your second question, please.
Question 2.
Okay?
Activity book.
Which page?
Page 41. Exercise
41. 41.
41. Exercise 8.
Exercise
8 and 6.
Exercise 8 and 6. Here we are. We can use the laptop, of course. Exercise 8 and 6.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with exercise 6, Mr.
Activity
Nazim.
book.
Okay.
Rewrite the sentence pairs as one sentence. Use the words in brackets. Which number?
1.
Which number? All the exercise?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mazin.
Yes. I will do this.
I'll stay indoors.
I will stay indoors.
It means at home.
Is it possible to answer after to ring off to phone?
Which number, Adil? Which number? Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5. Which number?
All.
All of them?
Okay.
Okay, we will
Number
do
one.
it.
Yes.
Mr. Mazen, let's start with
Yes.
doing
Thank
number
you.
1.
Number 1, Adil, I will stay indoors until it stops raining. So we have to use until, and you know after until we have to use a clause, it, and the verb stops raining. Yes, Mr. Karim, number 2.
I stay indoors. Number 2, we have promise you will phone me and tell me you get your results later. Here we have as soon as. So we say promise,
As soon as.
You'll phone me
yes,
and tell me.
yes,
soon
as soon as you get your results later.
Good.
Or as soon as, but here it is better to say
You
promise.
get your results.
Yes, yes.
As
yes.
soon as you get your results,
Yes.
promise you'll phone
Promise
me
you will
and
phone
tell
me.
me about
Right.
them.
Okay.
Yes,
This is the meaning.
exactly.
Number
Number
3, I will come out with you after I finish work at 5 o'clock.
I'll come out with you after I finish work
Yes.
at 5 o'clock. Can we say, Mr. Mazen?
Yes.
When? Can we use when? We can use when here.
We can use
I'll
when.
come out with you when I finish work.
As soon as.
When I finish work at 5 o'clock, I'll come out with you.
Yes.
Yes.
So here it is not only after, but here in the exercise, it is just an exercise to train you, dear students, how to use these linking words. It doesn't mean that these words are the only words we can use to connect or to join these two clauses. It depends on the meaning. Number 4.
Yes, Mr. Karim.
You can wait here. It's not time for you to go home. Here we have until. So we can say you can wait here until it's time for you to go home.
Yes, number
Yes.
5.
Number 5, I had never seen her before I met her at the conference.
Do we have time to do exercise 7? Oh, sorry, we can do it. Let's go to exercise 7, please. Match the sentences
There is still
with the
number
pictures.
6. Number 6
How
also.
does a
I'll
snake-
phone you. Number 6.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
number
that's
6.
it.
We still have
I'll
one
phone,
more one,
yes,
one more
I'll
sentence.
phone you. I got or I get to the station.
When I
at
get to
4.
the station.
Yes, I'll phone you when I get to the station
At 4
4
o'clock. Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Karim. Okay, let's try to do the next one.
Match the sentence with the picture. How does a snake lose its skin? Number 1, the snake comes out
Of
of
the egg,
the egg. It loses.
the outer layer of its skin.
Yes, we can link it with when the snake comes out of the eggs, it loses the outer layer of its skin. Yes, yes.
Yes, the snake grows, but the
It
outer
is,
layer.
of course, picture number B. Picture B.
Yes,
Right?
picture B. Yes.
So number 2,
Number
the snake
2,
grows.
the snake grows, but the outer layer of skin doesn't grow.
Okay.
So here, yes.
Can we do it?
Yes, of course.
Just one, this
Yes.
one, because
Okay.
time is over, Mr. Karim.
Okay.
Have you done it?
Yes.
It is finished. Okay.
Yes.
Dear students, before we leave, before we say goodbye, I'd like to remind you, as I said, that what is required from you in a grade 9, I mean the units, it is from unit 1 till the end of unit 10 only. Units 11 and 12 are not required. I mean the texts included in these 2 units are not required. The
composition.
grammatical skills are not required in these 2 units, and also the compositions mentioned in these 2 units. At the end of this seminar, dear students in grade 9, dear colleagues, let me thank my colleagues, Mr. Karim Qassab and Mr. Mazen Abdul Karim, for
Thank
their
you.
participation in today's seminar. Till we meet in other seminars, we wish you all the best. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.